You are watching. Pause. We pause for a second or two. How do we keep life coherent when so much is changing? This is episode 244. New tech all around. We are, all of us, aware of that right now we are seeing a lot of new technology being rolled out. There is even so much new technology that we are talking of new industrial revolution. We are saying that technology now will change everything in society. Everything. That is a statement being said often now, that new technology will change everything in society. That's a lot. To change everything. So in today's episode, we will dedicate some time to pausing with this sort of zeitgeist, this sort of mood, this sort of attitude of our time right now, that new technology will change everything in society. And we're calling today's episode New Tech All Around. All around. Everywhere. In all areas of life. We are more or less seeing some new technologies being presented to us. The emotional situation that we're looking at today, this specific situation, is our confused situation. Fittingly denoted with two white grayish question marks. Our confused situation is for those times when the only thing we know is that there is something that we do not know. When we feel that we are not on top of everything. there are missing pieces to our understanding, or things are veiled in smoke. We cannot see it, we cannot with certainty pinpoint things. It is confused. We are confused. When talking about new technology all around, new technology in everything, there are many different ways of going about it. But we will, in today's episode, focus on our sense of confusion in the face of it. We will focus on our self. We will focus on our sense of confusion, seeing area after area after area after area being in some sense transformed by new pieces of technology. So we will not today speculate too much as to why these different sets of technologies are being presented, and we will not try either to paint any exhaustive picture out of all the technologies being presented, all the areas being changed. Rather, we will sort of look at a few examples and discuss our own confusion about it. Just to sort of get in touch with and see ourselves confronted with new technology. To see our own confusion and what to do with or what not to do with our sense of confusion. So we're strictly speaking not talking about the new technology per se, but we're talking about our own confusion, which is more important than the technology itself. We are more important than the technology. Technology should serve us, not the other way around. Could be a quite uncommon statement for these times, unfortunately. But that's how it's supposed to be, how it should be. Technology should serve us. We should not serve technology. I think one term that could be useful to add here is that when we are looking at technology changing so many areas of our life simultaneously, a useful concept to use is a modern concept called the Internet of Things, or in short form, IoT. Internet of Things is the idea to put internet in everything. The idea to connect everything to the internet. So the idea is to sort of be rid of isolation, be rid of separation. We can take a few examples. Cars used to be separate, but now cars are connected to the internet. They are connected. They are not separate. Not anymore. They have internet in them. Internet in the thing of a car. Our phones are now connected to the internet. 10 or 20 years ago, they were not connected to the internet. Our phones were connected to the to another set of infrastructure, but not to the internet. So perhaps smartphone is not that accurate a term for it. It's more of a computer, a handheld computer. The same is true of television sets. Before, television sets were connected to some sort of antenna on the roof, at most, or a television set could be completely separate, just hooked up to some VCR player or some DVD player. But now television sets are also connected to the internet. There is internet in the thing of a television set. Our watches, our wristwatch. I don't have one on me now, but imaginary. Wristwatches didn't used to be connected to anything. It was just a watch, just a mechanical piece of invention. But now watches are often called smart watches. Watches are connected to the internet. So it's basically a small computer that looks like a watch. So there's now internet in the thing of watches. So now we have stated 4 different examples: cars, phones, television sets, and watches. 4 examples of areas of our life where we didn't used to have internet or any connection in them, but now we do. So before, when we got into our car, we sat down in this enclosed space where we were separate. It was like a world of its own to sit down in your car. I think many people enjoy this feeling of sitting down in your car. It's a personal space, or it used to be a personal space. Arguably, now cars have become less personal, less separate, less having less integrity now when there is internet in them. And this is confusing. We are confused because when we think of a car, we think of can almost be like a sacred place to sit down in our car and get away from it all if we want to. But now that is not really the case. It looks like a car. It looks like the car always looked, but it's connected. It's tracked. So we are confused by it. Maybe even scared by it. Doesn't have that sense of autonomy to it. Or if we think about perhaps the wristwatches now being transformed into smart watches. Watches used to be this great tool to keep track of time, and that it was this sort of standalone little system, little mechanical thing, keeping track of time. And now keeping track of time is just one feature among many features in these smartwatches. Now our watch can collect data about us. So it's not giving time, it's collecting data for the internet. Collecting data about us for the internet. So the watch has been turned into something completely different. And that is confusing. We do not yet know how to relate to this transformation. A watch being transformed from keeping time to collecting data about us. That's a essential shift. It's just changing the essence of a watch, what it is, completely. And we have just scratched the surface here of all the areas where there is new technology being presented. There are so many areas. Identification used to be separate, standalone, just showing a card or a piece of paper. Now identification is connected to the internet. Making payments. You just handed some bills, some coins. Now every payment is tracked on the internet. Writing a contract. Before, a contract was just a piece of paper that both parties signed. Now a contract is a smart contract, so-called. It is connected to the internet. And if we were not confused by all these changes, it would be strange. So it's important that we keep pausing and checking in on ourselves in how confused we are about these changes, because we are. How could we not be? So many things changing from one thing to another, like these examples of the car and the watch. our confusion is important to check in on. Technology is supposed to serve us. We are not supposed to serve technology. That's it for today. Thank you.